Hello, class P555. So this is my response to these questions about defining each term and how the concepts influence sports and sports participation. So social class, categories of people who share an economic position in society based on their income, wealth, education, occupation, and social connections. Social stratification, structured forms of economic inequalities that are part of the organization of everyday social life. Also meaning that people who are in a lower class have fewer opportunities than people from the upper class to achieve economic success and power. Um, Kids who are born in a wealthy family have a better opportunity. Class relation, the ways that social class is incorporated into the organization of our everyday lives. How do these concepts influence sports and sports participation? Well, social class, if you have the money, where you are in that level, you're able to participate, have their kids play in sports, participate in sports, organize sports. They're able to dish out that money, however much it can be. It can be cheap and it can be expensive. Right now, like people that know volleyball, I think that'd be that expensive. It's very expensive. You have to pay for your own outfit. The cost to be in a team is very high. I think it's just because there's a high demand of it. Because I talk to my students, and it's a lot of money. Several $100s to be able to join a group, and some of these kids don't have that much money to be able to join, and they're not able to. And this is a club, and so that's how people get better, because they are able to have that time to go and practice. And I teach in a middle school, and then once they get to high school, they are already that much more experienced than others that want to play but don't have the money to get into it. Also, like I said, how it's a lot of money to get in. People who start these up, it's a lot of money. People who start like tournaments for clubs, that's where they get their money. People want to go to these tournaments. It's because maybe the coaches know these people, how they organize it, so they can get money out of it, and so they go. Parents have to dish out money to get a hotel if it's far, because it's going to be a several day tournament. In any sport, lacrosse, baseball, soccer, volleyball, basketball. There's always so many tournaments, and parents are willing to go and spend the money for their kids because they want their kids to be successful. And always deep in their mind, they're like, yeah, my kid's gonna make it professionally, even though it's very hard. So when you have money as well, you have the connections to have someone to help you, to coach you to become better, like a one-on-one coach. If you need that kind of practice. Class ideology. It says, interrelated ideas and beliefs that people use to understand economic inequalities, identify their class position, and evaluate the impact of economic inequalities on the organization of social worlds. Okay, so how do the two primary beliefs in Coakley share perpetuates class ideology in the United States? It says about how there's the American dream. And the American dream is hopeful visions of boundless opportunities for individuals to succeed economically and live a happy life, and based on consumption. So a lot of people think about that. Back in the day, people were like, "Oh, we got to move to America, have that American dream." Meaning that they have so many opportunities to make more money. For some people, it could happen for a lot of other people. It does not happen. But it's just the fact of having that freedom compared to living in a different country, such as my family. They came here wanting to, live a better life, but it was hard for them for a very long time. And also, the other part is a social world in which rewards go to people who deserve them due to their abilities, qualifications, and recognized achievements. So basically, you work hard at what you do, then you will succeed, meaning that you will be promoted. You will go to the next level. If you don't, then you don't get anything. You stay where you are. Or you get fired, they find someone else better. And that's kind of that class ideology. It's where you are. It's where you perceive where you're gonna be. So yeah. Global perspective. So I went online and I put in my net income, and I'm in the top 0.35%. I thought it was kind of shocking. Thought I'll be a little higher because around the world there are a lot people who make less than I do, and I don't even make that much money. Being a teacher, you don't make that much money. So it was a little shocking, but something that you deal with and move on, and hopefully I'll be able to have my kids play sports when they get older. Okay, so after reading from pages 273 to 274, how it says about global inequalities in sport, I think it's true that there's going to be a wider gap between rich and poor. Poor people will have more of the opportunity to be able to do things. Richer people. I don't know if I said poor people, but richer people have more opportunity to do things than poor people. They have the money to be able to spend that money. Whereas if you do not have that much money, you kind of figure out where you need to spend that money. What's more important? Putting food on the table or having your kid go out and doing sports. So, it's very hard. There's people right now in countries, but right now around the world, the biggest sport would be soccer, and in poor places, they still play soccer. They don't have the shoes, they don't have a ball, but they have something, and they make do of it. They play. They set up trash cans to poles. That's the goal. And when you go to people that are well off, they have the fields to play in, to be able to go out and do those things. And so that's my view on this, and what I think about. And I think, like I said before, I hope that I'm able to have money in the future to have my kids play, only if they want to. I will never force them to. If they do not want to, they do not have to. But I'm hoping they do. So thank you for listening. I'd like to hear your response. Thanks.